Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the last men's Supa-Liga match of the night, end of the season. We've got the West Coast Cobras against Andinos Futsal Club. To start with, for the West Coast Cobras, number 9, Luke Ross. Number 33, James Toth. Number 19, Jordan Giacopo. In goal, number 1, Tom Robless. Number 16, Greg Azurkis. Number 5, Jamal Yusof. Number 22, Lockie Ryan. Number 24, Luke Christie. Number 6, Diego Florenza. And reserve goalkeeper, number 11, Dwayne Youngman. For the Andinos, we have number 10, Oscar Gongora. Number 11, Jorge Escobar. Number 64, Sebastian Correa. Number 17, Fernando Salas. Number 1, Sergio Ramirez in goal. Number 19, Eric Santiago. And number 30, Christian Castrillion. We will have the Cobras get us underway. Sorry, Betim.
I was just very impressed with your pronunciations there, Greg. I would have butchered about half of those names.
I'm sure that was not perfect, but do my best.
User starts us off now with Ross. Again, if you haven't seen Ross in the past 2 weeks, he's rocking a new haircut. The long hair is gone. No headband and no long hair. Although great ball there across. I think it took a touch potentially off Salas. No, it did not. It will be keeper's ball. Again, any score predictions in the chart, do place them in. Luke Christie with his shot and hit the underside of the crossbar and came out. Very good stuff from the Cobras there. Cobras adding the shot straight away.
Luke Ross moving the ball onto Christie. Now out to Toth. Excellent movement to start with from the Cobras. Good defensive recovery there from Yusof. He's not on there. Panic, stress. Yeah, you're right.
Well, up shot and Robless pulls out a signature split saver there. Wait till the game grows more and more. You'll hear Robless louder and louder after each save. Oh, that is if Andinos can manage to get the amount of shots off. The Cobras' defence is quite tight at times.
Ross looking for the run of, I think it was for Christie, but Yusuf's ended up with it. He beats Correa. Correa recovers, though, with a good challenge.
There, and that's the one thing I've noticed with the Cobras. They never have someone back post. And that's where my specialty comes in, that back post. Cobras never seem to be there. They're trying for that top shot, but it's a great movement. If they get there, they can score a lot more goals than they usually have.
Two little parallels, but the Andinos unable to keep possession.
Ross trying to take.
Escobar turns and plays the ball for Eduardo across to Correa. He goes around Toth, but he and Escobar got in each other's way. Now Yusuf for Christie. Cobra's movement off the ball has been excellent, Betim. What about the defending of the Andinos?
The Andinos, I think, no. I mean, there's no stakes to this game. Cobras, if the Hawks lost last game, Cobras would have had everything to play for. But I think I went for the Andinos here. Could see them move up 2 spots from 11th to 9th, which would be a good indicator for them. So they'll definitely want to get something out of this game. The defense has been, I think, well for the most part. Just maybe not following those little 1-2s or back post runs. But they're tracking their man decently, and that might have been the commentator's curse there, as 2 people dove in.
Yeah, and Jamal Yusof with the biggest air swing he's ever done. Actually set up Luke Christie for the shot. Now Toth with the kick in. Eduardo not getting back 5. Christie with the nutmeg on Correa. Good block by Escobar, and now to 2v2. Ross with a great challenge. Christie holds it up and gets fouled by Salas from behind.
Obviously, Cobras are quite clinical with free kick opportunities. If I'm going to make a wild assumption here, I think Luke Ross will be going for the shot, but I could be wrong. What do you think, Greg?
I think it will probably end up at the feet of Luke Christie for the shot, just the way it's set up here. Diego Florenza at that far post.
That'd be the smarter option.
I reckon Luke Christie just overhit.
It's always the easy ones that we stuff up the most.
Well, I think that pass was a bit overhit to him, in fairness. Now Ross for Florenza.
Good pass across. Fine Ross. Intercepted by Correa. Looks to counter-attack. Christie trying to get across. And a snapshot there. Not the worst effort I've seen all night.
Certainly not going to trouble Tom Robless from there, though.
No, definitely not.
Good work there from Castrillion, one-on-one against Yusof. He's got the kick in. Back for Salas. Salas trying to draw the Cobras out, looking for the 1-2 with Castrillion. Pass was a little bit high, though. Now the Cobras can settle again in possession. Ross, though, gives it away. Escobar driving forwards, a 3v2 for the Andinos.
Escobar, the option to his left there, if he could have moved the ball across. But that's how Andinos are going to score today. Those win the balls counter-attacking options, as sometimes the Cobras are a bit slow to transition back into defence. And if Andinos can be clinical, they can sneak a goal or two.
Good ball in from Salas. Referee Jonathan Silas was just checking the shin pads on a Cobras player, then gave the all clear.
Ross had made a run in behind, but not seen by goalkeeper Tom Robless.
Lockie Ryan on the court. Can't get the better of Escobar there. There's a big space right in the middle where Luke Ross doesn't make a good connection, but Andinos need to make sure they close up that space defensively, or else they will concede goals from set pieces.
I see Gongora, one of my favourites, didn't have an option to his left, as there was 2 people to his right and 1 up top. And Andinos need to be better at trying to spread out the court to try and, spread out the defence of the Cobras.
Good work there from Ross to win the ball back. And now Lockie Ryan for Luke Ross. Luke Christie making a run. Not on the same wavelength, though. Ramirez feeds the ball into Escobar. Now Gongora. Little dummy turns. Leaves the pass a bit short for Castrillion. Ramirez puts pressure on Ross. His little flick shot is over and out of play at the near post.
Logan Rindell with a 6-1 score prediction for the Cobras. We'll see how that pans out. If you do have a score prediction, do put them in the chat. Do like to read them. Ross plays to Florenza. Has an option across. Ooh, decent effort there. Escobar intercepts. Gongora can look to attack on his own. Florenza doing very well to track back. And a great shot.
Great save by Robless. Very good save there by Tom Robless from the shot from Gongora. Good counter attack by the Andinos. Now, can they manage a little bit of possession just to give themselves a bit of a breather? They've done a lot of defensive work so far.
Gongora, decent idea to try and find Salas, but a bit too high. Again, Andinos need to be careful of Lockie Ryan up top in that pivot area. Very strong, very technical, and has a great snapshot on him. Holds the ball up well like he's doing right now.
As we speak.
Yeah.
Christie does well to hold the ball up. Finds Ryan down the line. Good defending again by Gongora and Escobar. Castrillion is not able to keep the ball after being doubled up on, but he wins it back. Excellent work by the number 30 for the Andinos.
Australia now trying to skip around Yusof, which is always a hard task to do so. Could have played it back to Salas and kept possession, which I think Andinos might need to try and do a bit more and just keep a bit of possession, because the Cobras always love a play style of attack, attack, attack. I think Andinos' best bet might be to slow the game down just a little bit and force a bit more from the Cobras.
Yusof receives. Florenza back for Yusof. Good defending by Salas. The Andinos have been nice and compact defensively. Now Salas looking for a sub. Andinos pressing that loose pass. I think that great work there by Gongora. And now Salas for Escobar. Great run by Salas. Great ball by Escobar. That is a fantastic pass. And Salas just acknowledging that with a bit of a clap for his teammate. Escobar known for his really good feet, but that pass was exquisite.
Definitely could have got the Cobra there, although that pass there, Ryan finds off a bit of space, forced wide by Caron.
Lorenza now plays the ball across to Yusof. And into Ryan. Back to Yusof. James Toth on this near side. One-on-one with Escobar. Beats him down the line. Good save by Ramirez. Good block by Correa from Florenza. The Cobras now looking to cement the possession that they've had into a spell of real pressure.
Ryan doing well to hold the ball. Good defending though from Caron. And see the Cobras reset back into own half with Florenza on the left. Looking to potentially take on the player. Finds Toth. And Andinos quite compact, dealing with all this pressure from the Cobras. And now the opportunity with Correa. There's a 2v1 if they're fast enough. Plays it across to Caron. Didn't really find that opportunity to attack forward, so reset play, but they're doing well to actually keep possession and create a bit more for themselves. Just slow down a little bit. So.
And that's a big thing, what you've just said. The Andinos maintaining just moments, 10, 15, 20 seconds of possession when they can, means that they don't have to defend for that period of time. And it's a little bit of time where the Cobras are not able to be trying to score, which mentally is huge. Escobar turned into the defender. Some calls from the Andinos bench for a foul, but it's not under sevens.
Ryan.
There is some contact expected.
Ryan high, found himself in some space.
Yusof with a great ball.
I think he tried to outside the foot flick that on the key. Not the worst effort. It was quite close, but Andinos cannot leave Lockie Ryan on his own up top, as he would surely punish them if given another chance. Nice parallel there to find Correa. Tries to get past Yusof, but forces him to kick it out.
You mentioned the threat of Lockie Ryan before. That's 3 occasions now where he's made really good movements and been dangerous, but that was the closest one so far. I do believe... Is that a Cobras timeout?
No, Andinos timeout.
Andinos timeout. All right, we'll be back in just a moment, folks. So Seb Correa is going to take the restart for Andinos. We've had 13 minutes of play so far, and it's been relatively even. The Cobras definitely maintaining better possession, but excellent movement there from Salas. He goes around Robless, but can't finish, and that's the way at the moment. The Andinos have the game relatively even through little counterattacks, little moments of individual brilliance like that. And there's another one from Escobar. Salas has a shot at the wall across the court. That was a little bit big from Salas.
That was yeah. Andinos getting a bit of momentum now, getting a bit of confidence in this game. Again, if, like I said before, if they can win this game, they will go 2 spots up. There's opportunity. Salas there, great save from Tom Robless, but not cleared yet for the Cobras. Christie trapped in a corner, finds Luke Ross. He has James Toth to his right, but Andinos very quickly to come back in defence as the transition between them is quite well. They kept the ball in there to the dismay of the Cobras. Shot, deflection, and just off screen there, Robless slide tackle that one and keep it from being a corner.
Block there by Luke Christie as well. The movement in the last couple of minutes of Caron and Salas has been terrific, but it's about whether or not they can take these chances with the pressure that the Cobras are going to be putting on late in the game. They have to take 1 or 2 chances now.
I agree, but now there's opportunities. A 2v2. Luke Christie coming at 2v3. Can Cobras capitalise? Like I spoke before, those balls back post, the Cobras just aren't making those runs. Luke Christie made a great run down the line, but should have diverted his run towards that back post.
Well, and Jamal Yusof carrying the ball forwards could have kept carrying the ball. I think that middle opened up and he wasn't expecting it.
That is very true. But if Luke Christie makes that run in back post, if the keeper commits too far to him, Luke Ross could go for a shot, but then it puts the keeper in 2 minds of what to do. The run Christie did make didn't really divert the keeper too much, in my opinion. Great defending there from Correa. There's a 2v1 situation. Toth running back. Heavy touch there.
Good defensive recovery from James Toth there to get back and help Luke Ross.
But like I said, Andinos is going to be very, very dangerous with those counter-attacking options. And they've had a few options where Robless has to make 1 or 2 saves and Cobras have to put a few blocks in. Again, Cobras need to score something now to maybe change momentum with Toth. And it's
Good
a great
skill.
shot.
Great skill by Toth. And a great left-footed drive to the far post to put the Cobras 1-0 up.
Going to watch this one back on the replay. Luke Ross of Toth, great skill on his left foot. I think the keeper did manage to get a touch on it, but not enough to divert it as it hit that side netting in the far right corner.
Keeper just looked like he was a bit wrong-footed by the shot. And that's what we were talking about just before, where the Andinos have had the better of the opportunities, but haven't been clinical enough so far to have gotten themselves ahead. And now, in an instant, they find themselves behind.
I'll be curious to see the mentality of the Andinos. Keep going the same, keep the same intensity, or if that goal is going to let them drop. From what I've seen so far, the intensity is still there, but then that goal might have increased intensity from the Cobras. Bit of dispute on keeps ball side ball, but it'll be an Andinos side ball with Gongora to take. There's even a little nod, and maybe they've worked on something here. Salas just with the ball, space himself. Cobras setting back just above halfway, letting Andinos have the ball there. Comes off Ross, and it'll be Escobar's ball.
So Escobar on the ball. Can the Andinos capitalise now and create something? You've got Eduardo taking the kick in. Little flick over the top for Salas. Christie defends it well. Layoff from Salas for Escobar. But Robless with the split save is then able to get down and pick it up. And the Cobras break quickly. Eduardo gets nutmegged by Christie. Ross is unable to get to the far post though.
I think Ross assumed that one was getting through the legs of Eduardo to the back post, but Luke Christie wins his team back to the ball. But Andinos doing very well. 1-2 with Florenza, and there was a foul on Florenza from Eduardo. No cut given, but it will give the Cobras a set piece opportunity. Hopefully they can capitalise and do better than the last one they took.
Yeah, Eduardo getting the ball there, but in his follow through, taking out the player. Certainly not a really bad foul, just impeding the player from continuing his run more than anything, and it wasn't really intentional, because he did get the ball, did go for the ball. We've got Gregor Zerkis in the box, Ross on the ball, Christie with the shot. Didn't come first time like I was expecting it to.
So
good movement again from the Cobras. The shot from Florenza, I thought that was a corner. Yeah.
I don't think the Andinos realised it's a corner. Coach John Gullish didn't realise it either. Nice little back roll there, Azurskis, but the ball did make its way out before that pass occurred.
Luke Ross with a great athletic catch there. Could field in the slips for his local cricket team.
Castrillion holding off, keeps it in. Can he do so? He does, but he gives the ball away trying to kick it into Luke Christie. Ross now. No option in the front. Makes a little check run down the line. Little flick from Florenza. A shot, another one back post there. Luke Ross waves his hands in anger as yet again no one is there to finish it. Mirrors plays Gongora. Correa has Luke Christie to beat. Plays it across Gongora. Great ball to find Eduardo, but Tom Robless was out of his D. Clears that one wide, but it's hit the roof and will be a side ball for the Andinos.
Gongora will get us back underway with Correa behind him, Castrillion over on this right-hand side, and Eduardo at pivot. Eduardo dropping in to receive, drops it back for Gongora. Castrillion checking in and out against Ross. Correa trying to beat Florenza down that line, but not able to get the ball beyond the outstretched leg. This time he has, and he's continued his run. Diego Florenza with a good defensive job.
Eduardo with a shot. Had Tom Robless stressing for just a little second there.
Yeah, that was not far away. Robless reacted late and looked like you used the right word, he was stretching there for a second.
But, just a minute, 5 seconds left. Nice little flick, sends Ozurskis wide, and he can't quite get that one in. And Luke Ross has sent the goal into the stands. The one time Ross makes a back post, it does not come to him. Just fixing the goals now. Ramirez set us off. Just over a minute left. Gongora has Castrillion down the line. Unfortunately, couldn't get his touch right, but the pressure continues. Eduardo trying to get on Florenza. Florenza gets past two. Zerska's trying to back roll that one, but Gongora doing very well. But Cobras win that one back nicely. Reset play with Ryan. Not usually in that fixed position, but giving Zerska's a bit of time to shine up top.
Challenges were coming in thick and fast there just a minute ago. And now Ross with the shot. Good save from Navarro. I'm going to call him Tamayo in the goal for the Andinos. As Ramirez came out earlier. And now Caron receives one-on-one with Florenza. Back for Correa. And now Eduardo. Gongora with good movement in the middle. Oh, Caron just missed the run of Eduardo on that left-hand side. Caron with the shot, but that was a little bit...
ambitious?
Ambitious is a very good word.
I mean, like, there's always times to hit a toe poke. I know you were definitely telling me last game to toe poke a bit more, but...
Yeah, but you were 6 meters from goal, not 26.
I was trying to get my assist stats up. You know it is. But it is what it is. And that is half-time. 1-0 to Cobras. courtesy of James Toth, an assist by Luke Ross. A few ad breaks, but don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for a very entertaining second half.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Welcome back to the second half, which will start in momentarily. Again, if you're just joining us now, 1-0 to the Cobras, courtesy of James Toth. Cobras gained no advantage from a win today, as the Hawks won the league in the game prior, but the Dinos can move up 2 spots and avoid the wooden spoon, as some like to call it. If the Dinos do manage to even get a draw out of this game, they will move up to 10th place on goal difference. And Dino's starting a bit slower now, just giving a bit of possession. Nice little 1-2 play there. Toth has a bit of pressure. Escobar doing well to keep the ball, battling Ryan there. And Escobar comes out on top. Gongora just dragging it forward. Poor pass there. Yusof intercepts. It's a 3v2 situation. Toth, who knows, going to come onto his right foot, plays to Lockie Ryan. I thought he was going to shot there, that's why my voice went like that, but he passed it off. Johnny G. Coppo on for his first minutes of the game. Overside ball trying to find Yusof, but good defending from Salas.
Gongora, one-on-one with Toth. Toth winning out. The ball stayed in.
I think Gongora thought he went out, that's why he's left that one.
And now Correa wins a kick in off of Giacopo. Referee Lauren Baker just making sure the ball was on the line from Correa. Oh, good skill to beat. Oh, why shoot so early? Great skill from Correa, but he's shooting from 19 metres instead of having one more touch.
He could have either had the touch forward, had a better shot, or an option running in back post. Andinos creating great opportunities for themselves and then squandering them with trying to get goal of the week or something.
Yusof has the ball.
Giacopo needs to be careful there as a bit of a late.
Now Gongora in for Salas, but his touch is heavy. Escobar recovers it. Gongora turns, beats Toth. Giacopo defends well, so does Toth. Now 2v2. Or shot into the roof of the side netting, but not the inside part of it from Toth. Ramirez getting annoyed with the Andinos players not moving off the ball enough for him.
Just fair. Although Cobras all behind this, try to flick that across to find Correa, but Jamal Yusof put himself in the correct position. Jacopo's put himself up top now. Ryan's diverted back to Fixo. Again, Andinos defending quite well. A lot of movement from the Cobras. But opportunity now, if Correa moved forward, he could have had an opportunity to attack, reset a play. Yusof picks up, Ramirez makes a great save, Gongora. Plays it across, trying to find Escobar. Opportunity like that. Foul there on Ryan, who managed to keep going, gets past one, gets past two, onto his left foot. And just an opportunity there, but Andinos, moments prior, had opportunity to take it to the goal themselves and reset play. Not sure why.
Lockie Ryan, really, really good counter-attacking work there. Just unable to apply the finish or the pass. As we see Toth win the ball. Correa defends well. Great tackle from Jordan Giacopo. One-on-one with Correa.
You know when it's a good tackle when no one on the benches are screaming for it?
Yeah, very well timed tackle by Giacopo. Won the ball.
Even Dan Famato behind me gave me his thumbs up approval of the great tackle that was. Correa now to find Salas. You have Caron playing that pivot role. Now they're rotating through Correa, making his way up top. Better rotations from the Andinos, but maybe it's a bit faster. Nice little 1-2. Has Caron... Oh, great goal out of nowhere through the legs of, I want to say, Jacopo or Yusof, but nice little 1-2 play there from Escobar to Correa.
Great finish by Correa.
Let's see if we caught that one. Unfortunately, just caught the end bit.
Now the Cobras back on the ball. 1 goal apiece, and Andinos are now in a situation where they can maybe get a little bit of momentum.
Again, like this is the quietest I've ever seen any of these two teams be. Although Ross with a nice little flick across, and
Great layoff by Luke Ross.
Correa wanting a foul there, but nothing in that.
Salas defends well, getting a touch on the ball. Now Yusof just calming things down. Christie wins the ball back.
Ramirez
Then finds
comes out.
Yusof. The challenge on Yusof deemed a foul by referee Baker. Ramirez getting a yellow card for the foul off the ball, as Yusof managed to keep it in play, get the ball back into the middle.
Again, Andinos will not want to concede here, as I was saying before, even a draw sets them up to 9th place, 2 places ahead for where they are on goal difference. So if they can keep the draw or a win, they will keep their place in 9th, beating both Perth Pumas and Perth AFC. Although the Cobras aren't going to settle for any draw, they want to end this season in a high to get some momentum going to the finals, where they verse Phoenix Futsal. Yusof, good touch. Is right. Great defending there from the Andinos. Eduardo finds Escobar. Good bit of skill there. Caron plays it back to Ramirez. Down the line. Good little flick there, but Luke Christie reads it well. Takes it to his right. Has Luke Ross to his side. Plays Ross, and Ross misses.
Great ball there by Luke Christie. Really good winning possession, driving forwards through the middle. Ross unable to get a good enough connection at that far post, but the Andinos need to make sure they're nice and compact defensively, and they have to transition a little bit quicker once they've given away possession in attack. They cannot leave themselves so open. Players like Christie, Diego Florenza, Luke Ross, Jamal Yusof, and that's just the ones who are on the court. Every one of those individually can open a team up if they get even a hint of time and space.
Oh, very much so. If teams defend it like they did the first half, cover those areas, force the Cobras to work more. It'll work in their favour. Again, Andinos have more than enough talent in the likes of Escobar, Correa, Salas, Eduardo, Gongora. But it's just, I mean, as we spoke about before, those final decision makings, rather than taking the ball forward, trying to have long snapshots, looking to play back when they could attack, and it's just, maybe sort out a bit of decision making here and there, and they'll definitely create more opportunities. One now, but both teams wanting to get out of this, so it's not going to slow down anytime. Just like that, right? Trying to get past two players and have a snapshot there, but never troubling Tom Robless.
And Lockie Ryan is now back onto the court. Luke Ross, very cheeky attempted chip. Then hits the crossbar with a second attempt. Good goalkeeping by Ramirez and good cover by Escobar, who was back there on the line to make a little clearing header if it hadn't dropped onto the crossbar.
I think it did hit. I think Escobar did hit it onto the crossbar.
Yeah, right. Well,
otherwise, because I think that's why it was a corner.
Even better defensive work.
Yeah.
Florenza for Ryan. Lets it go across his body. Good work by Escobar, though.
Escobar trying to get past Christie, but could not do so. Florenza might look up the shot himself. Great toe poke there for Florenza. Andinos not covering that middle there, opening up that space. You can see the Andinos just speaking to each other of who had who, but the Cobras won't care. That's 2 goals for them.
And that is that defensive compactness that we spoke about before. Florenza just able to waltz up the middle of the court. A nice big toe-y against that left-hand post. Far too much time and space for a player like that in the middle of the court.
Oh, very much so. Just having a listen to Coach John Goodlich's team talk. I mean, you might be able to hear it through the microphone, but if you can't, I'll translate. It's just about watching their pivot. As there's always someone hanging up top. And sometimes when Cobras commit too many forward, they get exposed on that counter attack. Just watching those a bit. You can see through the camera there the expressions and hand movements John Goodlich is making. He's quite passionate on what he's saying. I cannot understand the Andinos team talk, so I do apologise. Cannot translate that one for you. But Andinos will probably come out firing now. They want to get something out of this, as that goal sets them back to the bottom of the table.
Just over 11 minutes to go. Obviously, there will be stop clock time in there as well. The Andinos, with the timeout, there was a little bit of discussion about defensive pressure that I heard, but that was about all I could pick up. Now, we will see if the timeout helps the Andinos just to change the momentum again, having had a couple of minutes earlier where they were able to score and get a little bit on top. The Cobras are now well and truly back in the game, but it's whether or not the Andinos can change the tide again.
I think they can, as, I mean, they are creating opportunities for themselves. It's just that final execution for them at the moment. But what they don't want to do is commit too many forward, leave spaces, gaps open for the counter-attack from the Cobras. Yes, they need to score another goal, but they need to also be careful in the transition back and forth. Otherwise, they will concede another. Gongora there, stepping on the ball. Great tackle there from Castrillon. Escobar look for options ahead of him. Has none, resets back to Gongora.
Oscar Gongora trying to draw Lockie Ryan forwards. Then plays Escobar. Cobra's content to defend just in front of halfway at the moment. Oh, Christie with a little bit of a slip. The Cobras under orders to shut the middle from the bench. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier with being compact defensively. The Cobras doing what the Andinos have let slide a few times, being compact defensively.
Definitely. Tom Robless in goals, speaking to his team. I'm going to give himself a little volley there. Decent effort there, but Robless quite vocal on wanting that middle covered. Good touch there from Ryan. Tries to find Ross, but Gongora clears it out. Resets all the way back to Luke Christie, who brings it forward. And Gino set up in the half of their half, if that makes sense. Look, I tried to find the run. Luke Ross couldn't quite do so.
That deep block from Andinos was successful in choking the space that the Cobras were hoping to play into. Certainly not something that you see the Cobras do too often. It's an admission in a way that the game is close. Good save from Ramirez.
Ramirez wanted a foul there from Luke Christie, but it'll be a corner ball as it did take a touch off Ramirez. Tries to play Ryan, who couldn't get his touch quite there.
Christie's pass from the corner a bit loose. Gongora spots Robless away from his line. It's a good idea, but you can see now that Andino is starting to press because the 2-1 scoreline. Gongora does well to get the ball out of play. We've got James Toth over on the left, Christie on this near side, and Luke Ross on the ball.
Ross trying to get past one, can't quite do so. Space is closed. Christie with a good bit of skill, finds Ryan, plays Christie. Tries to get past Salas, can't do so, but good movement from the Cobras. Ramirez looking for options ahead of him. Plays Escobar, resets back to Gongora. Again, Cobras just sitting just above halfway there, resetting back into their own half now. Trying to look for that 1-2 play, but overhit from Gongora. Had an option to his right where Salas was, but Gongora puts his hand up in apologies for not finding Salas.
Jamal Yusof is back on the court. Lockie Ryan receives from Ross. Yusof trying to ghost in down the touch line on this right-hand side, but great ball from Ross to Ryan. Correa defends well. I do believe that is called simulation. Maybe he was expecting a firmer challenge, but just being told by the referee, Seb Correa did not make the most of that sort of a situation. Toth, ball across the far post. Yusof just gave him a little wave saying, well done, sorry I didn't get there.
I don't, like I said before, I mean, I know I'm bagging on the Cobras a little bit for the back post movement, but, I mean, little Meg's there on Yusof, but I think I've counted 4 times that balls travel that back post for the Cobras and there's been no one there.
Yeah, sounds about right. Gongora, a little bit of an extravagant pass. Ryan to Luke Ross, and they get to the far post that one time, and Luke Ross gets the tap in. Well done to Lockie Ryan for finding him. Great run by Ross to be there for the quick counter. Made the tap in look easy. A Betim Zeba special.
Look, when people all I say, when I'm on the court, those balls never come. The second I step off, everything's back post and I'm fuming.
Referee Jonathan Siler saying there was no advantage to the Cobras for the challenge from behind. Ross's pass is coming down with snow on it, but he somehow manages to get it back.
Yeah. I expect a bit more of a press from Andinos, but not quite occurring. Although Coran tries to get past Toth, tries to meg in, but can't quite do so. Again, Andinos, poor touch there, but recovers well. Salas has Caron, who was free, and I thought the better option, but Andinos keeps possession of the ball. Although Ross looking to press with Yusof. Gongora does very well, plays it across. I think that ball from Gongora was meant for Salas' back post. Correa could have even played that ball back post himself or opted for the shot himself. And Gongora was not happy with the outcome of that one. Great double there from the Andinos.
I think the yelling confirmed your theory.
I mean, I'm sure...
As it was a very good ball from Gongora and was going to get to Salas. Correa obviously wasn't to know that.
If Correa dummy that one, it would put off Tom Robless and maybe give Starlights a simple back post up in themselves. But 3-1 still the score line, and one of the predictions is spot on if the game stays as it is from Young God.
Yusof now finding the run of Florenza. Gongora defends well. Yusof for Ross. Correa again did a good defensive job. Now Karen's got the ball from Ramirez. He plays Salas, and the Andinos are able to reset. Correa looking forwards. His pass is cut out by Florenza.
Somehow manages to get past two of them after getting tackled.
Couldn't get beyond Gongora, but now Toth's won it back. Ross finds Florenza at the far post. And that is probably a sealer for the Cobras. 4-1. Will that be the end of any resistance from the Andinos?
Obviously, it'd be more like just moment before that. Andinos had an opportunity to attack themselves, I think 3v2. Played a poor pass and they got counted themselves. Committed too many forward. Couldn't get back. But yeah. Andinos now slowing the game down a little bit more. But I think Cobras will want a few more themselves. Miscommunication there from Escobar to find Gongora. Luke Christie into Ramirez. Good save. Plays it fast. Finds Salas, who just has flown to the beat. Gets past one, but then Cobras get back well. Gongora trying to snap shot. Florenza blocks well.
Florenza defending well there and now creating a 2v1. Yusof at the far post. Ramirez saves. His throw, though, is short for Salas. Ross gets a touch in front of Escobar, but can't keep it in play. The game becoming a little bit more hectic now, end-to-end and unsettled, which, to be honest, is exactly how Andinos will want it to be.
Oh, most definitely.
The Cobras players probably just need to look to calm down, keep a bit more possession, but it suits the Andinos to have the high intensity and then that sort of a shot, because Gongora, Correa are definitely capable of scoring goals from distance. The power is there and they've got the finesse of Escobar. It's just about getting the shots on target and having people in the right moments.
I was curious to see if Andinos did try fly keeper, which I don't think they will do. But I think at the moment now it's just all or nothing. Then you get numbers forward, then you have shots. Eduardo, instead of using his left, tries to toe poke with the outside of his foot. Tried to Trevetta that one. I would have been very impressed if it did go in, but unfortunately not so.
Correa wins the ball, driving forward on his left foot.
Could have had another touch closer, potentially.
I think his touch was taking him away from goal, though. Great read by Gongora. There's a 3v2. He elects to shoot into the defender where he had Correa to his right.
That's been the decision-making of the Andinos at the moment. Eduardo trying to outstrength Escobar. Good turn. Has Correa. Tries to play 1-2. I think they wanted him to shoot. Escobar not happy with the return on that one.
Great little touch there from Luke Ross in front of Ramirez to get the ball across the court to Florenza. Ramirez appears to have potentially hurt himself slightly, lunging for that ball before Luke Ross got his toe to it. They do have a substitute goalkeeper on the bench, so that is a possibility.
I think it's off screen now, but he's just testing himself out. I think he'll be okay to continue. Minute 40 left. Can Andinos score another? Gongora. Getting past two. Keeping the ball. Christie picks up Luke Ross. The pressure's there. Eduardo try to win off Christie. Couldn't do so. It's a 4v2. Ross Poor pass there from Ross, but another poor pass from Escobar. John Glitch there.
With some very sound advice. I don't care if we score, just don't concede. And Tom Robless is going on a hero run, and then
Nick tries to take out Lauren Baker.
that was potentially for the bad tackle on the referee. Luke Ross just checking on the referee, Lauren Baker there. Robless also two-footed one of our signs, which we will have to probably get fixed. Good block by Christie on Gongora. He turns. And Giacopo just with a rather agricultural clearance. Correa now for Escobar. Slowing the game down, playing Gongora. Down the line for Eduardo. Giacopo does well just to shepherd him out of play.
Logan Rendell, if Cobras do score 1 goal, your prediction will be on. Ross over the top, bit overhit, trying to find Luke Christie. 30 seconds left. Can either team get another?
I think this is probably going to end exactly how it is, Betim.
Hey, look, you never know. I'm always optimistic for another goal. One team may overcommit and leave another goal. The past 2 goals for the Cobras have been, quite easy for them to score without being too mean to the Andinos. Although it's a 2v1 situation at the moment, if Correa looks to attack.
The toe poke at the far post, well saved by Robless.
Robless gives himself a little hell yeah, as he says that one.
Giacopo with the block. Robless throwing himself around like it's a grand final.
2 seconds left, one just holding it up. And there we have it, the final game of the winter season before heading into the finals for the men's Supa-Liga, ending 5-1 to the Cobras. Again, congratulations to the Northern Hawks for winning the league this season. But it was great competition and came up to the very, last few weeks. We'll get the stats in a moment. Statman Nishan Alagoda, who's also a fan favourite on the camera. Plug it in. Yeah, you okay?
You're right there.
I'll just hold it. You can see there, attempted passes 365 for the Andinos with 270 completed. Cobras 331 attempted with 236 completed. Pass percentage of 74 for the Andinos and 71 for the Cobras. Possession going the way of the Andinos, 52.5 to the Cobras 47.5. Total shots for the Andinos 24, 14 on target with only 1 goal. For the Cobras 29 total shots, 17 on target, resulting in 5 goals. Thank you for joining us, and join us next week for some finals action. Thank you.